Lu Chen arrives at the auction. An ugly man tries to talk to him, but Lu Chen ignores him. Chen Chao arrives and tells him not to be a snob. Lu Chen recites a line from a poem. The two call Lu Chen crazy, but a woman translates it for them and laughs. The ugly man screams, and a manager comes. The manager asks Lu Chen to show his invitation. He shows one, but the ugly man accuses him of stealing it, and Chen Chao claims Lu Chen is acting like a big shot when he is not. The manager favors the two idiots, and he asks Lu Chen to leave. Just then, Yi Shengshan arrives and asks why his guest is being chased away. The manager gets shocked to see that Yi Shengshan just addressed Lu Chen with honorifics. Meanwhile, Chen Chao and his friend chill, and Chen Chao's dad warns them not to cause trouble with Yi Shengshan's guest. Just then, security comes, and the three are kicked out. Chen Chao's dad smacks him and asks who he offended. He only remembers Lu Chen but claims that it is impossible. Meanwhile, the auction continues and Yi Shengshan tells him to wait for his close friend. Just then, his friend arrives, and Yi Shengshan introduces Lu Chen as an excellent appraiser. Yi Shengshan's friend looks offended that someone so young claims to be an appraiser. Just then, an ancient bronze sword appears in the auction, and Yi Shengshan's friend suggests bidding for it. Lu Chen claims that there is something wrong with it. Yi Shengshan's friend claims that Lu Chen doesn't know anything, but Lu Chen insists that the sword is fake. Yi Shengshan's friend rages as Yi Shuang finds the situation familiar. Lu Chen suggests winning the bid so they can check the item afterward. Yi Shengshan's friend claims he is the best appraiser in Tongzhou. They won the bid and Yi Shengshan's friend starts talking about his achievements and credentials as an appraiser. Just then, a certificate comes and shows that the item was fake. Yi Shuang then tells him that she did an investigation, and he puts up fake items to make Yi Shengshan buy them. Yi Shengshan's friend apologizes, but Yi Shengshan orders his men to take him away. Yi Shengshan concludes that he can only trust Lu Chen now. Just then, Panglanwen, a piece of land, gets auctioned. Yi Shuang claims that the price dropped because of the strange deaths there. No one bids for it, but Lu Chen suddenly bids $1 million for it. He wins the bid and Yi Shuang and Yi Shengshan worry. Lu Chen leaves a black card and asks Yi Shuang to sign the deal in his stead later. She asks where he is going and Lu Chen claims to go to Panglanwen. He later arrives at Panlongwen and notices the evil spirits gathering in the area. He walks into a construction site and discovers that it is built to gather and trap spirits. Just then, a woman approaches him and warns him not to get near the building. Lu Chen notices that she is an earthbound spirit. She claims that her son worked on the site before, and she gives Lu Chen a blueprint, then disappears. He enters and discovers the ominous spirit gathering array. He tries to destroy it. However, police officers arrive. They tell Lu Chen to put his hands up, but he just ignores them. Just then, a male officer fires a warning shot. Lu Chen thinks clashing with law enforcement is not a good choice, so he surrenders and claims to be a paranormal lover. The male officer accuses him of being the suspect in the recent killings. The woman tells him not to jump to conclusions, and the woman introduces herself as Su Jingjing. She requests to investigate Lu Chen, but he tries to tease her. They walk down to return to their station, but they return to the building. Lu Chen claims that they will never get out and talks about the area's feng shui. The woman criticizes him for spouting nonsense. Night falls, and they still can't get out of the area. Lu knows that evil spirits will appear, so he asks Jingjing to unlock the handcuffs. Just then, a taxi appears. The driver tells them to get in, but Lu Chen tells Jingjing not to unless she wants to die. The male officer gets in and notices that the driver is the recent victim who just died. Jingjing calls Lu Chen crazy, and just then, they hear the male officer screaming. The taxi driver creeps out of the car and tries to beat the male officer. Jingjing arrives and discovers the taxi driver. Just then, the other male officer attacks Jingjing. Lu Chen breaks off his handcuffs, and the earthbound spirit from before appears. She asks to save the officers, but Lu Chen declines. The woman insists, but Lu Chen doesn't want to do anything at all. Just then, Lu Chen senses something ominous from behind. Meanwhile, Jingjing dodges the other officer's attack. She then shoots the taxi driver. She tries to help the other officer get up, but Jingjing gets pushed away by the scared male officer. He runs off and leaves Jingjing cornered by the evil spirits. She shoots the evil spirit, but nothing happens. Just as she was going to get killed, the evil spirit got attacked from behind, and it dispersed. Lu Chen gives the other evil spirit 3 seconds, and he also kills it. He asks Jingjing to follow, but she sprains her ankle. Lu Chen then carries her. On the way, Jingjing asks how they can get out. In a flashback, the earthbound spirit woman tells Lu Chen that once the 3 officers are killed, the Demon King will awaken. Lu Chen claims he can't fight with his incomplete array. The woman then tells him that there is a suppressed dragon's vein underneath the site. Back to the present, Lu Chen finds a shack and tells Jingjing that they won't be getting out tonight. Just then, a red light appears. Lu Chen notices it and tells Jingjing to stay. Jingjing can't believe that supernatural forces are real. She asks where Lu Chen is going. Lu Chen claims to have saved her colleague. She cutely asks if Lu Chen will be back sooner, but he goes out in silence. Lu Chen needs to do something quickly, as the ritual just needs one more sacrifice. He kills demons on the way and hopes that he'll make it in time. Meanwhile, the other officer discovers a sealed pillar, and an evil spirit creeps up on him. Jingjing receives a call from her angry father. She is given 30 minutes to go home, or he will fetch her in Panlongwan. She tries to warn him, but her father drops the call. She panics and tries to open the door. Just then, someone appears. The earthbound spirit woman blocks the door. The spirit is surprised that Jingjing can see her now. Just then, Jingjing recognizes her. Meanwhile, the police officer is being chased by evil spirits. He tries to fight back, and the spirit disappears. He thinks that he got stronger, but it was actually Lu Chen who killed the spirit. He kills the rest and discovers the sealed pillar. He then tries to destroy it and use it as nourishment to awaken the godly seeds. Just then, police officers searched through the woods of Panlongwan. An evil spirit attacks one of them, and the evil array gets activated. An entity attacks Lu Chen from behind. A week ago, Jingjing encountered a woman who asked the police to investigate his missing son in Panlongwan. Days later, she found out that the woman had also died in Panlongwan. She swears to investigate the Panlongwan case thoroughly. Meanwhile, Lu Chen blocks the attack, and the male officer worries. They see a demon king coming out of the seal. It attacks Lu Chen, and Lu Chen defends, but he is overpowered. Just then, Lu Chen claims to test the new powers he just gained through awakening. He activates his power, and the demon king attacks him. Lu Chen fights back, and the demon king denies that it should not be this easy to awaken. The demon king tries to attack with a different move, but Lu Chen sends him flying. Lu Chen proved enough that he has awakened. Lu Chen attacked the demon king, but it was only a shadow puppet. The demon king escapes outside and consumes the souls of the patrolling police officers. Meanwhile, the spirit woman tells Jingjing not to be afraid. Jingjing apologizes, but the spirit woman says it is fine. The spirit woman tries to say the mastermind's name, but then a police officer screams for help outside. The police officer recognizes Jingjing, and the spirit woman approves of letting him in. Just then, the demon king appears and thanks them for opening the door. The demon king grabs Jingjing. The demon king notices a barrier and realizes that Lu Chen is protecting Jingjing. Jingjing kicks the demon king and tries to escape. She gets captured immediately, and the demon king attacks her. Just then, the spirit woman blocks the attack. Flashbacks show the woman's son arguing with her about things related to money. He mocked her job related to feng shui and curses. The son worked on the construction at the Panlongwan site and received a call telling him that his mother is sick. He tried to leave, but he fell off the cliff. He woke up writhing in pain and wished to continue living for his mother. Just then, he got swallowed by an ominous aura. The flashback ends, and it turns out that the son is used by the demon as a vessel. The son's consciousness argues with the demon king and blames him for killing his mother. He talks about gaining freedom after the construction of the building is over, but the demon king blames Lu Chen for this situation. The demon king redirects the son's hatred toward Lu Chen. The demon king goes berserk and attacks Lu Chen. Lu Chen is happy to see a new punching bag for new power. He then fires an attack, and the demon king writhes in pain. The demon king's breath slowly fades away, and the son asks Lu Chen to kill him now. Just then, the spirit woman appears and surprises her son. Lu Chen gathered her spirit one last time. The two talk about forgiving each other, and the spirit woman fades away. Lu Chen now tells him to make a decision. The son releases the energies he gathered, but that would make him lose his life. The son thanks Lu Chen for letting him see his mother again. He informs Lu Chen that he feels strange powers awakening in this world. He wishes Lu Chen to take care. The next morning, Lu Chen receives a call while meditating. Land buyer invites him for dinner in Tianyaju, and Lu Chen agrees. Her manager appears and overhears her. Buyer tells her that she confessed the other day and worries that she'll get rejected. The manager shouts that no one will reject the national goddess, but Buyer claims that Lu Chen is different. She cutely expresses her feelings, and her manager teases her. Meanwhile, Lu Chen fully absorbs the godly seeds. He turns his hair and eyes back to normal and goes out. Meanwhile, at Tongzhou Media, the employees worry that there are gangsters outside. John Hai worries that Lu Chen offended Han Bio. Sin Sin worries that Xiaomin will be targeted because she is Lu Chen's girlfriend. Just then, Xiaomin calls Lu Chen and invites him for dinner. He declines, but Xiaomin insists because she is going to tell him something. She asks to meet in Tianyaju and drops the call. He laughs at the coincidence and continues to drive. Meanwhile, Jingjing still can't believe what happened last night. She notices that she has some dark spots on her body. At Tianyaju, Lu Chen comes and Sin Sin asks why he came empty-handed. It turns out that it is Xiaomin's birthday. Xiaomin can't believe that he forgot. He offers to buy something for her later, and the crowd laughs at him because they think Lu Chen is poor. Xiaomin tells him there's no need because she is breaking up with him, and Lu Chen immediately replies, "Okay." Xiaomin asks what he said, and Lu Chen repeats that he is okay with it. Xiaomin thinks this is impossible because she knows Lu Chen will always kneel before her. A colleague advises Lu Chen to apologize, but he claims it is pointless. Xiaomin lashes out at him and claims that he won't ever get a girlfriend and that no woman will ever like him because he is poor. Just then, someone refuses her statement, and Lan Buyer gracefully appears and mocks Xiaomin for just looking at a man's wallet. Xiaomin gets mad, and Buyer picks up a microphone. She then sings a song, confessing her feelings to Lu Chen. Everyone gets shocked, and Xiaomin accuses Lu Chen of cheating. Lu Chen then threatens her about her relationship with Chen Chou being exposed. Wang Kai appears and acts like a hero, challenging Lu Chen. Wang Kai attacks, but Lu Chen easily knocks him out. Xiaomin is surprised by how Lu Chen changed. John Hai uses his managerial position to fire Lu Chen from his department. Lu Chen is surprised that a direct superior can easily fire subordinates without a reason. He asked Buyer to call someone for him. Everyone laughs at Lu Chen, and Officer Jingjing appears. They report Lu Chen's action to her, and Buyer tries to defend Lu Chen. They asked her to arrest Lu Chen for assault. Jingjing declines them because it is not her jurisdiction. She claims that she is here for Lu Chen. She asks to live with Lu Chen from now on, shocking everyone. Lu Chen gets confused, but Jingjing insists on living with him. Buyer gets mad and tells her to fall in line properly. The others are shocked to see two beautiful girls fighting over Lu Chen. Xiaomin calls the two girls idiots for falling for a man without a job. Just then, the manager in the highest position, Manager DI, arrives and apologizes to Lu Chen for being late. Lu Chen tells the manager to fire the three he points out. Sin Sin gets mad, but John Hai asks the top manager how he called Lu Chen again. Manager Dai tells them that Lu Chen is the boss of their company. Sin Sin shouts at him for talking nonsense, but Manager D shows proof that Lu Chen owns all of the stocks in Tongzhou Media. Xiaomin gets mad after finding out right after she broke up with him. Manager D confirms that the three are all fired, and Sin Sin continues shouting. Just then, BOG arrives, and John Hai asks to beat up Lu Chen. John Hai laughs when Lu Chen is over. However, Han Bio's group apologizes to Lu Chen. Han Bio presents a gift, but Lu Chen doesn't receive it and tells Han Bio to live better instead. Lu Chen leaves as Han Bio thanks him. Han Bio's group then takes care of the people who badmouth Lu Chen. Afterward, Lu Chen is in the middle of a catfight between Lan Buyer and Si Jingjing.